Hello everyone, it's your Bud. Today I will be talking about a short film titled Omega. It is a super cool stop motion, or possibly a mix of CGI and stop motion together, short film. It is about a robot world, or WALL-E world, where cybernetic organisms live in a world of mechanical evolution, running on acidic pools of battery acid or harnessing lightning strikes to power themselves. Some covered in oil and others evolving to have giant drills to create their habitats. I love the evolution and Darwinism that is represented here in a metal fashion. This world is very well developed, and by the time we get to the end of this video, your jaw will be on the floor because of how epic this is. This short film is one of my favorites ever, and I was waiting until I got into a sci-fi mood again to do this review. I enjoyed watching and filming this so much, and the sound design is incredible. Every click, pop, and scrape of metal and every clash of lightning is timed perfectly. It is a masterwork of sound design in my opinion, and the visuals are incredible as well. I will not be sharing the sound with you though. Instead, I will have one of my songs playing in the background. I debated whether to record the audio or not, but it's mostly atmospheric. There are no lines of dialogue or even emotive sounds from the robot life. There's hardly any. So I thought a nice clean audio track would be better than the sweeping wind across the post-apocalyptic world. Yes, this is the post-apocalypse. You won't see that till later, but this is clearly a human world. Whether it is Earth or not is up for some debate. But there are many rundown human structures that can be seen in the background, and it is as though all biological life has been replaced with mechanical life that picks through the wreckage of humanity, evolving through adaptation of humanity's left behind scrap. I really like the design of the Omega. It is chilling to me how something so unorganic can be so anthropomorphic, and even its blank, mirror-like face seems to just long with something that both unnerves me and inspires me, like it is constantly desiring more growth and betterment. Although whether it is malicious or just instinctual is something that I go back and forth on. Is it aware and planning, greedily absorbing all it can to improve its physical form? Or is it just unaware, running on instinct? It just occurred to me that the best pop culture representation would be the Borg, constantly integrating only the desired traits from others, for what purpose being unknown. I love the curiosity that the Omega has, and can't tell if its lack of sounds and curiosity is creepy or endearing. I'd like to hear your opinion if you thought the Omega has any emotions or desires. It seems to, but is it wrapped up in probably self-preservation or betterment, or is there a deeper purpose? The very last scene ties things together quite nicely, and it shows that the Omega was able to see a path forward and strive to attain it. And by the end, we see it preparing to attain even more, both dreadful, otherworldly, and grand at the same time. The idea of robot life has been done before, like the actual movie Robots with Robin Williams, but I've never seen an inorganic being quite like the Omega. And then there's this other one that I'm not going to spoil yet, but it is so cool. This is a great short film to just lose yourself in the atmospheres and ideas, thinking about what could be beyond the next hill or valley. There seem to be things that can teleport, hover, fly, float, drill, transform, digitize, and so much more. The abilities that we see on display are widespread and very creative. And despite all the brown and gray, there are splashes of color within the world, and all manner of substances, not just rock and metal. There are spider-like bots weaving, there are sorting bots sorting, and now I feel like this is Dr. Seuss's post-apocalyptic robot nightmare. Still though, the Omega remains the coolest. While there are also beautiful creatures or robots in this film, none give me the same chills as the Omega. Seeing the Omega with its large back spikes and smooth chrome face looking over the storm-swept, moonlit landscape is something that just clicks with me. I could definitely have it as my wallpaper. I just said that this is stop motion, but honestly, I have no idea how they made the clouds and lightning and fog. It is so great, and I never once saw a mistake in this whole film. The combination of so many different mediums is put on display in the storm scene. To go from pitch black with a rough rocky landscape, to then go to the smooth angel-like light being cast from an ethereal looking grand being, brought to the screen in such an incredible manner is amazing. And then to see human construction brings everything together quite nicely. It really makes this world feel lived in with a lot of history, and I can only wonder what led to the destruction of biological life and the subsequent replacement of that life by an ecosystem of inorganic machines with evolution running rampant for what could have been many, many years. And now to the Omega encountering the ethereal, as I will call it. This is incredible. I get a sense of programming from the ethereal, that's the white giant robot thing. Like it has instructions that it must follow, whereas the Omega is an enigma of intent, and seeing each of these stare into each other's lack of eyes is pretty interesting. They must have sensors, but what they could possibly be thinking or sensing is unknown to me. That's why I love this short film so much, because every time I watch it, I'm filled with new ideas and can endlessly appreciate every detail and design of this film. Seeing robots made of light and air, and those made from stone and discarded wire, makes me think of all the possible designs and creations that could exist. And I wonder if the Omega is purely born from the chaos of the world, starting small and growing big, or if the Omega is somehow connected with the downfall of humanity, maybe a weapon of an enemy that is no longer around to use it, ones that forced these individuals to remain safe in their floating cities. But then the weapon of the Omega finally made it into the system architecture of this city, even though the weapon had long since been thought lost to time or destroyed. Perhaps the world ended up this way from the first attempt to destroy the Omega. See what I mean? There's always new ideas to think about with this short film. I hope that you liked seeing it as much as I do, and I also hope that I can share the visuals with you without much overlay. We'll see how aggressive the claims get on these visuals. I did a lot of editing on this. Omega is a 20-minute short film with much more that I didn't share with you, so go find and support the official video. This is just to share a neat idea for you to imagine about. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like and subscribe for more, and that'll let me know that you like this type of content. Leave any questions or suggestions in the comments below, and I will see you tomorrow in the next video.